I think video is just so huge. Obviously, we could talk about YouTube. Some of the things that a lot of recruiters are using today are things like LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube, and that's going to continue to be a part of my toolkit. I'm trying to use many of them as marketing tools to help get the word out about my company, but I'm also trying to use it as a tool not to make volume hires, but to connect with people, the job seekers that I need to know in the industry. And I'm finding that I can do that on those sites, on Facebook and certainly on LinkedIn.
There are some exciting technologies. The use of video is emerging. I think the use of social media is fantastic. The one caution I always tell people, and people that are involved in these industries say this as well, the people that really even run them, they say that we can bring you lists of passive candidates, but you still have to call these guys. You still have to recruit them. I think it's a good way for me to communicate with customers. You know, people, my training customers, you know, they communicate with me through that. I've seen a lot of viral marketing where I'll write something and then it's emailed to thousands of people, or I'll put a video up on one blog and it's on all these other blogs, which is cool. You know, it makes me feel good knowing that, you know, my philosophy as a trainer is, it doesn't matter how engaging or entertaining it is, the only thing that counts for me is how much money does that recruiter make right away and 90 days after seeing that video. And it's nice to see that kind of feedback from the industry.
Those who know me know that I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Seesmic, I'm on Fiddler, I have a blog. I found that it helps me to meet clients and candidates both. I really can't say enough good things about social media. If you'll read my latest blog post, you'll see that I got offered 3 jobs in 1 week, and I credit that pretty much all to social media.
I find value by really focusing on 4 different networks for very different reasons, and the 4 that I tend to gravitate more towards are Twitter, LinkedIn, recruitingblogs.com, and Facebook. I've developed several good business leads through Twitter. I actually just closed a deal a couple of weeks ago with somebody that I first met on Twitter. And I've been able to expand relationships on Twitter that wouldn't have happened any other way. So it's a knowledge base that, you know, again, if it's how you construct that network, that is, for me, it's every day I log on, it's like enrolling in some executive education program that I feel like I'm learning things and I get new tips from people. So now every day when I log on to the site, I learn something. And then I feel very compelled to share things back. And to me, that's sort of the basis of community, that you come there and you want to get value out of it, yet there's also this responsibility, this commitment to give something back.
I'm a big fan of social networking. I would say I was probably one of the early adopters, and I'm a participant. You know, on ERE, I started a group several years ago called Independent Recruiter, and you know, that group has over 4,500 members today. It's one of the top 10 largest groups on ERE, and so at the push of a button you can ask a question. It goes out to 4,000 people, and it's very, very powerful. When you have events or you have information that you need, questions to ask, you're able to really do some very powerful things in a networking sense. One of the things I'm really excited about is the Ning platform, and I know you know, the Fordyce letter, as an example, started a network on the Ning platform. Recruiting Blogs is on Ning. I have a network there called the Recruiting Network. There's a lot of them, but to me, the ability to use gadgets and widgets and drop in HTML and stuff like that, share photos, videos, blogs, RSS feeds in a platform that somebody else built, I'm really excited about that. And as I look to you know, where I see social networking going, I see that type of functionality starting to become embedded in other things that we use, whether those are websites or even tools on the desktop.
I think increasingly we're shifting from some of the very large groups to much smaller groups where we've established clear affinity between ourselves and other people. If you look at LinkedIn, there's a whole series of small groups forming, and LinkedIn has offered a whole new suite of tools for private groups. Facebook has been doing that as well because they see the trend. And the trend is everybody doesn't want to know everybody. Everybody wants to know the people who they are most connected with. And so the biggest issue that social networks will be facing in the next 2 to 3 years is to better define what friend really means.